Hi, this is Anish Subhojit. It's around 9 years that I'm into data engineering side, and around 6 years that I'm into this company NeenOpal, working on different aspect of data, be it data engineering, data science related activities, or cloud computing, and now Gen AI. Right? So yeah.
Thank you, Anish. So, hi everyone, this is Subhojit. I am into this field for the last 13 years and I started with BI, business intelligence, then moved on to data engineering and slowly into data science and machine learning. Of course, cloud infrastructure is already involved. And these days, I have been completely involved with AI as well. So, I am basically a solutions architect and nice to meet you all.
Okay, so I would say let's have a fun chat, right? So here we have a few cue cards, right? Which people mostly search about or they are more confused about, right? So what we'll do is we'll pick the card one by one and
Sure.
then we'll start speaking on it. So let's start with you.
All right. Thank you. Let's see, what do we have? So we have fragile pipelines.
Ah, it's a very touchy topic.
It has been because over the last multiple years that I have seen, the time when we started, it was just a few sources, and people used to build a straightaway pipeline into the data warehouse, and then some SQL queries on top of it, and then reports or dashboards, basic things. That's all. Slowly, people realize that this approach doesn't generally work because this is not giving you the capability of taking the decisions actually. And these days, of course, AI is of course involved in everything. So when you look at it, that's one of the areas that our market and the industry is moving towards right now. That from a point of just trying to get data into one place and doing reporting and dashboarding, it's a little bit chaotic right now, but I think it's going in the right direction.
And also,
So
I would say since AI was not there, right? So people were much focusing on how to bring the data. And also, that was consuming a lot of time and the budget was gone, right? So they were like, okay, have a quick fixes around it, right? Just fix this thing and let the dashboard work. They will not see the future of it. Like if the column changes or if any data field changes or anything happens, right? What will happen to the pipeline, right? That is what not they were thinking because obviously budget is limited,
that's
right? We all
right.
know about it, and they were focusing much on okay, just build the pipeline, just make the dashboard run, and yeah, that's it. But now I think when AI is here, right, we can save a lot of budget on building the pipeline. AI can help us in many things. First thing is like streamline the pipeline, right? It can also help us in understanding the anomaly of the data. I also seen the cases in which AI can help you build the columns. It will see what is the change in data, and it will help you build the columns, right? So I think moving future, I see that data pipelines will be more robust, I would say, right, with the help of AI and with less budget, I would say.
Of course.
Yeah.
How about you pick the next card?
Sure. Okay. Okay, so second is speed versus stability. Okay, so I think it's touchy for the client, right? Because at the same time, they would want the speed as well as the stability. But as I've mentioned previously, what the companies used to do is they would focus more on speed. Why? Because budget is less, right? They would want to just get the dashboard out, right? That is what was happening previously. But now I think with the help of AI or not the help of AI, before that also people have started looking into pipelines. They want fixed pipeline, robust pipeline. They are not just give the dashboard, right? They are not that give the 10 fancy charts and give the different KPIs. First, people think about it, what they want, then see different sources around it, and then bring the data, right? So I think now the people have found a balance between speed and stability, and I think that is working out fine.
This reminds me, do you remember in physics we used to have this formula speed equals to distance by time?
Yeah.
If you look at it right now in our market, I think in every industry, people are looking for things which are fast, in less time, and of the utmost quality.
Exactly.
But if you look at it, all these three are technically not possible at the same time. You have to compromise with either one of them and get the other two. So maybe you are doing something fast and good quality, but that will not be cheap. If you're doing something in less cost and good quality, that will never be fast.
Correct.
So, and the third way around as well. So
I think with the help of AI now, we can achieve a balance between these three things, right? Because AI can do a lot of manual stuff that people were doing previously, but now with the help of AI, I think we have found a balance between these three.
one more point on this is with the advent of AI, What people are forgetting is we are just looking at the UI on which the prompt that we are writing, and we are getting the answers and everything. What's going on in the behind is basically the computation, and that's not actually it's not exactly a cheap game.
Exactly.
Okay, a lot of dollars are being spent by
Exactly.
multiple companies, even governments. I think even government of India has launched a platform recently, just I think 1 or 2 weeks back itself, which allows you to run your AI models on it. It's not a AI platform like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. It's basically a platform where you can buy a computer with a graphics card, basically. Okay, and then you can run your own AI models on top of it, and it's, of course, since it's launched by government of India, it's much more cost effective as compared to AWS and the other clouds.
Correct.
But the problem is it's not available for everyone. You have to apply for it, and you have to show that you are building something for the public of India, and that's where we are going right now. So yeah.
Right. Companies that now have a separate budget for AI related activities in which they will have demos. They will use different AI tools, AI software. So now they have a separate budget for it, right? Let us start with the third card.
Let's have a look at the third one. What do we have? Data exists, decisions don't. I think this is the same one that I was referring to in the first point, where people are trying to get the data into into a warehouse. From there, you build a report or a dashboard, and then send those reports and dashboards to your people, to your CXO level people, manager level people. But ultimately, the decision was still at the human's hand itself. That by looking at those numbers, how do you take a decision? That's where analytics turned into BI, business intelligence, which basically came up as a fact that you present your reports and dashboards in such a manner that it shouts out the insight itself. It did help with decisions a bit, but still not completely. And I think with the advent of AI, a lot of people, including me myself, and I think all of us at NeenOpal as well, we are very much hesitant in terms of taking any decision from AI, because whatever we learn from AI, it's the normal generic internet knowledge itself. Okay, it doesn't have that human thing inside it. But right now, slowly, it is moving towards there. If you look at Gemini and ChatGPT 5.2, basically, it has a little bit of human touch as well. So decisions can be made. So, yes, I think people are trying to build better platforms. And I think the next, I would say, the phrase that would come in the market is smart decision platform, something
Yes,
like that. I think
exactly.
recently we build the solution, the design for a particular company. We're still building it. It's still in its very nascent stage. But I think smart decision is something that we are going towards. Like if you remember, everything smart, smart cars, smart home, smart watches, everything. And slowly, I think we are moving towards smart decisions.
Yeah, I can think of another client, right? So what happened was they had a lot of data. So it was a healthcare company. So healthcare company usually have a lot of data, but there is no decision. Why? Because every department has their own data. It's not unified. It has a lot of data quality issues, and they are coming to me. Okay, add AI to it. It doesn't work like that, right? First, you should have a unified data. So that is what it is saying. The card is rightly saying that data exists, decision don't. Why? Because data is not correct, data is not unified, it is fragmented all over the place. It will never give you any correct result because data has to be linked department by department, right? Suppose the CXO is looking at the data, finance is giving some separate report, the patient's report is giving something else to him, so he'll not be able to make a decision out of that, right? So I think it is rightly said that yeah, data exists, decision don't. But I think with the help of AI, things are getting streamlined, and I think we will get to something in which data is also there and we can make decision out of it.
That reminds me, I think one thing I'll tell my viewers here right now, and whoever is trying to build this kind of a solution, I think you will also agree to it, that whenever you're trying to build a solution, always look for the first question that you should answer is AI needed?
Exactly.
Is AI needed here? Right now, everyone is just trying to put AI into everything. Okay. Is AI actually needed?
Exactly.
That's the very first question that you should be answering.
Yeah, I think with that we can conclude the session that we had. We
Of
had a great
course.
session, right? And I think we have answered the queries that people have usually.
Of
Thank you.
course.